Hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're watching this video, I hope you all are doing well. My name is David, and what we're going to be doing today is just a little fragrance talk. I got two niche fragrances over here. I got two designers, and I wanted to make this video because I was thinking about it at the gym. I just got back and I was like, man, why aren't people talking about 1 Million Royal? And just wanted to shed some light on these because I feel like they get overshadowed by some other flankers or the original from the line or even other fragrances from the house. And with so many releases out there in the niche designer clone realm, it's crazy to keep up with all of them. So I am here just to provide my feedback and why maybe you should get a sample of these and try them out for yourself and see what you think. And overall, I've been giving these some wears and I'm really excited to talk about them today. If you like the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. We make fragrance content and fitness content over here on this channel, so would love to have you part of the community. And with all that out of the way, let's roll the intro. First one on today's list is from the House of Penhaligon's, and it is the Omnificent Mr. Thompson. And funny thing about this one here, when I first started out my channel, I included this in the list, so it always brings me back when I see this elephant head. I'm like, oh yeah, that was one of the first fragrances I ever talked about on the channel here, but there's the bottle for you. And this kind of goes with the whole House of Penhaligon's. I really want to dive more into what they all offer from the house. And only ones I've really smelled here are the ones from the Portraits collection and then Halfetti. I got that one as well, really enjoy that one, but I want to check out all the other scents, so definitely down the line I will do a discovery video over them. Definitely not over the Portrait ones because I have a lot of those in my collection already, but let's take off Mr. Thompson's head here and give it a good spray on my arm. Talking about this one here, just go in, spray it on the forearm. There we go, nice atomizer, pressurized on these, which I really like. Let's put the elephant head back on. There we go. Gonna go in for a whiff here. So this one here is gonna be your Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum kind of vibes. I get a little similarity between those, but this kind of goes in its own direction. Some accords you're gonna be getting in this. You're gonna be getting some vanilla, iris, powdery vibes a little bit, woody. Also too, fresh spice, earthy as well. And I would say overall with this one, like I mentioned, you are going to get some similarities between the Dior Homme, the Dior Homme Intense and Parfum versions, but this does go its own direction. With this, it's got a few, I'm going to go over some notes too. We got, of course, we got Elemi, we got pink pepper, lavender in that opening, and then you got some orris in the mid, you got in the base vanilla and sesame. Overall, very earthy type of scent with some powder, iris, and then vanilla forward. I will say out of everything I get out of all the accords, I do get that vanilla up front, which makes it very appealing. Very, I would say very sexy scent as well. Overall, that opening is going to hit you hard with that orris. Even though it's in the mid, I do smell that prominently right now. And you do get black pepper, pink pepper in this a lot. Very spicy. But overall, to my nose, the main two accords, I'm going to be getting that iris popping out, that vanilla, and then woody vibes with a little earthy undertones. For this, the performance for me is about 8 hours. Doesn't project too crazy. It's more central, more cozy type of scent here. I would say throughout the lifespan, about to the 5th hour, 6th hour, that's when it gets more reined in, more like something that you're just going to get wafts of. This isn't something completely beast mode, going to blast off your skin. I will say the opening does pack a punch. Like, you could fill up the room if you sprayed this on your skin right in that opening. People are like, oh my gosh, what is he wearing? But as his fragrance dries down, you're going to get more of those woods. You're going to get more, and it's got some sesame in it as well. But like I mentioned, 8 hours of longevity. That performance, first 4 or 5 hours, pushing even 6, just depending on my skin chemistry that day. You are going to get 2 to 3 feet. And then after, I would say around 6, 7, 8 hours, it's going to be going 1 feet closer to the skin. Overall, this is going to be one where you're going to get wafts of it. Like I mentioned, it's not beast mode. You're going to be smelling it continuously. It's more redefined and very similar usage to the Dior Homme Intense and Dior Homme Parfum. Overall, the Omnipotent Mr. Thompson from the House of Penhaligons. Enjoy my wearings of it, and this wintertime it's been doing wonders for me, I will say. Great scent when I have to dress up a little bit, would you say? So just going to go in for one more whiff here. So yeah, still very spicy, iris forward, vanilla forward, and earthy tones to it. Alrighty, next one I'm going to be going with the other niche fragrance here, and this is Mancera's Black Gold here. So there it is for you. So Mancera's Black Gold, really like this bottle here. Out of all the Mancera fragrances, don't hear this one talked about too much. And to my nose here, this is very floral. I do get a lot of violet in this. Fresh spice, lavender too, and then woods as well. Aromatic flair to it. You know how much I like my aromatics, but we're going to go ahead spray this on the other arm. And the good thing about this, pressurized atomizer, and then magnetic cap, bonus points. But this one here, very floral forward. It does have some oud in that opening, I will say. But right off that top, I do get that. I get a lot of florals in the opening. Some people might say they get the lavender. I get straight up florals. I do get a little of that lavender. I do get a little bit of oud in this, just kind of on the outskirts. But overall, to me, this one, I do get the aromatics, powdery as well. Going into some of the notes on this one here, you are going to get that lavender, cinnamon, nutmeg in that opening with some citruses, and I mentioned that oud. And then you got patchouli, rose, sea notes, and then leather and woody notes and musk as this dries down. Overall, I do get that musk heavy, right straight from first rip here. But this is an all 4 seasons scent. You could wear this in the spring, you could wear it in the summer, you could wear it in the winter, in the fall, and it's going to do great for you. It does have enough freshness to get you through that summer, but it has a lot of depth to get you through those winter months as well. Performance for me, again, 8 hours, and throughout that first 4 hours, I will say, this projects great off my skin. Very floral focused, but I like the redefinedness of that sea kind of note that it's got in here. It's got some sea notes and that citrus, which gives it a nice appeal, and then the woods in the base as well. So it doesn't go too floral to my nose, but the geranium and the violet's very heavy. And going off that projection for me, I would say at least 2 to 3 feet the whole time, to be honest with you. This is another one, again, where you're going to get wafts. This isn't beast mode. This isn't something that's going to blow up a room, I would say. It's going to be nuclear, you know, going to melt off somebody's face. But from the House of Mancera, this is a very unique scent overall if you want something floral, fresh, and in the masculine realm here. And overall, I would always recommend the sample, but this is one if you want to get more into the House of Mancera that is a different offering compared to what I have smelled from the house, just because it's got floral freshness, some oud in it as well, and then it kind of, like I mentioned, very amber coming out, musk as well. And then the leather tones, as this dries down, really starts to shine. So the florals come back, the leather tones come out more. And if you're looking for a fresh leather, this would be one to definitely check out. So next one we're going to be going with is from the house of Paco Rabanne, and it is 1 Million Royal here. Now, this is going to give some people some vibes of 1 Million Elixir, I will say. And when we talk about the house of Paco Rabanne, they have a lot, they're doing a great job over there. They got these fragrances, got the Invictus fragrances, and even pushing that Phantom line as well. But overall, for my liking from the house, are these 1 Million flankers and the Invictus flankers as well. Those are the two I look forward to most when I hear about Paco Rabanne. But 1 Million Royal, this one is a more mature take on that DNA here. It's gonna, like I mentioned, it's gonna be more close to that 1 million elixir, which I do enjoy. Like if I had to make a hierarchy here in the line, it would be, this one would be second or third for me. The ones you can currently get, first is 1 million lucky. If you could still get 1 million privé, that would be up there as well. That would be my 1 and 2. But this one here is tied with elixir. You ask me on a different day, elixir might be number 2, this might be number 3, or vice versa. So I'm gonna give this a good spray on my hand here. And this one here, warm spice, aromatic, a little citrus off the top, lavender as well, and then woody, kind of herbal as well. I get that too. And overall, more mature take on that 1 million DNA here. Like I mentioned, if I had to like pair it to something in the line, it would be that 1 million elixir. But overall, I feel like this goes in a different direction with that citrus, with that leather in it, kind of leather feel, I guess you could say. More, like I keep saying, mature take on that 1 million DNA. And of course, this has got some aromatics in it. Some notes in this one: cardamom, tangerine, lavender, violet leaf, and then some benzoin and cedar in that base here. Overall, this one, like I mentioned, it doesn't have leather as official notes, but you do get this prominent in this scent. I do get like some type of leather feel with this. But this one is going to last on longevity for me, 10 plus hours. Performs very well, more of a sensual type of scent here. It's going to be more close encounters, like all of these so far have been mostly close encounter type of scents. But this is one I would wear on a night out in the town, or if I had a interview in the wintertime, I would definitely think about pulling out 1 million Royal, because it doesn't go too much in that bubblegummy sweet realm for me. Like I mentioned, it does stay true to that 1 million kind of DNA. You do get bits and pieces of that, but more refined, more sophisticated, more mature overall. So 1 million Royal, definitely get a sample of this, try it out on your skin if you enjoy scents that are still got some sweetness but also have some mature aspects as well. Last but not least, this one I see get some hate, and I understand why the EDT gets some hate, the EDT Night Vision, but EDP Night Vision here from Spice Bomb. This one overall is a more, it takes that DNA and pushes it forward, in my opinion. For me personally, this, as of all the ones you can get currently, infrared EDP is my favorite. And between Extreme and this, I might be going with this sometimes. This one might be in my number 2 and then Extreme number 3. And the reason for that is this is my grab and go scent. In the wintertime, I gravitate towards this for some reason. Really pull it out and I spray it and I'm like, man, now I know how much I like it. There is a lot of notes in this scent. Overall, just activated the grenade there, but we're going to spray it on the hand here. You're going to get that bubblegummy sweetness from this as well. But overall, this one here, it's going to have some fresh spice in it. It's going to be aromatic. And if you're seeing a trend on this list here, a lot of aromatics in this list. So you kind of know one of my favorite accords, as I keep mentioning. Warm spice, woody, green, nutty as well. And some notes from this scent. You're going to get some green apple. You're going to get some, in that opening, that green apple. And this is has a lot of notes: cardamom, black pepper, chili pepper, lemon, lavender, mint, clary sage, rosemary, pistachio, more nutty notes, fir balsam, cedar, and benzoin, just to list a few. But man, this is, out of all of these, this is the one that's going to project. This is the one that's going to be a kind of mass appealing take on that Spice Bomb DNA. And this goes in a different direction with that sweetness, kind of what I mentioned before. This one, 10 plus hours off the skin. Performance for me, I'll even smell this the next day. That's how beastly this is off my skin. I get free feet through the first 7 hours. The 7 hours I'm smelling this constantly, and in about that 7 hours you're getting about 1 to 2 feet the rest of the time, very, very close to the skin. But after, even when this dries down, even when I'm continuously smelling this fragrance here, I'm getting wafts of it. Like all these, I would say these are all fragrances that you're gonna get wafts. But this one is gonna be straight nuclear. Like it's gonna, at least off my skin, you're gonna be smelling it throughout the day, no wafts, just constantly smelling the Spice Bomb Night Vision EDP. And if you were disappointed with the EDT and you wanted some like sweetness with the spiciness, some overall from that Spice Bomb DNA, definitely check this one out here because it is more redefined. It is well blended with all those notes. And in a sense, for me, it changes. You do get a lot of that sweetness with the apple, but then as this dries down, I'm getting more of those greener notes. I'm getting more of the nutty notes, and it just gets more spicy as the fragrance develops throughout the day for me. So, ending off this list on Spice Bomb Night Vision EDP here. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried any of these 4 fragrances, and what's a fragrance that you would say is kind of a hidden gem or gets kind of pushed to the wayside because we want to talk about other fragrances in the community or just in general overall. Be very curious to hear. Thank you for sticking around with me this long in this video today, and I will see you all in the next video.